Yeah.
Okay, so I started recording also. So what we'll do is let's try to automate these two. So maybe what I can do is we can write a test case saying we go here, do something, then we go here, we do something, so that you get a feeling of that we are automating two separate applications. And sometimes
Right.
there are like two kind of situation. One is you are testing two applications separately in a separate scenarios, or you can also have a situation where you have a scenario but you are navigating to two different applications. Huh?
Correct. Okay.
So these are
Sure.
two separate cases. So let's try to simulate this one. Huh?
Okay.
So let's start with the feature file, because whenever you want to automate something, the feature file is where you start always. The first thing
Right.
is feature file. So I go here, create one, and this time let's say I create a folder, new folder. Let's keep things separate for now. So first scenario which we'll do is we'll try to automate these, but as a separate applications.
Okay.
But then we'll try to see how we can call different steps into the same scenario. Anyway, so now Swag Labs and Magneto?
Magento.
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 Okay,
Magento.
fine. Whatever it is. Okay, so I see new for then I say Swag Labs. Okay. So now
Okay.
this will store the Swag Labs stuff.
Okay.
And I create another folder. This will store my
Magento.
let's call this Luma. Okay, Luma, because
Ah,
the name is
that's
Luma.
better.
So I'll call this is Luma, so it's easy to spell also. So I'll say Luma. Then let's start with the Swag Lab. So I go here, we'll create the feature file, and let's say my feature file. Okay, so in the feature file, it's important that you give a name which you wish to test in that feature, right?
Right.
It could be a login feature, it could be search feature, it could be end-to-end feature or add to cart feature. Or you have to divide your applications that way. So you need to know
Correct.
how you want to categorize your
Hmm.
scenarios into different files. So for example, let's start with the login one then. Okay, so I log out. Simplest
Okay.
feature is login, right? Because you want to test whether it's working or not, it's user login or not. And then you have, I think, wrong passwords also present here. So let's say the error user is this. Oh, it's logging in. Why it's logging in? Okay, so if I say user and wrong password, it says something. So I may need to test this aspects of the REST case as well, right? I mean, you know it, you've
Correct.
been automated
Yes.
intuitively,
Yes. Yeah.
right? So I don't need to explain that. So I go here, I start with my first feature file, new file, and I say swag labs login dot feature. Okay, now
Okay.
sometimes I don't have to mention like this. This is not really good, because you know it's a feature file, so don't have to mention feature in the name itself.
Correct.
Basically, so
Correct.
you have to reduce words, you have to make it elaborate, but at the same time don't make it more, don't put redundant information in the names. It's true with the feature file scenarios, Java class, everywhere it comes under something called as clean code policy. So you
Hmm.
have to make sure that whatever you're writing in the code is self-explanatory,
Right.
but at the same time you don't write too much unnecessary information. Okay,
Okay.
so generally this is what clean code policy is. So I say swaglabs.login.feature, then I can start with my feature file. So I can start with simple feature and then scenarios. Okay, or I can use my powerful friend GitHub Copilot and say generate a feature file for me. Nice. Okay, so it says Swag Labs login. So here I can, as I said, it's important that you mention what that feature is all about. Okay, so instead of saying Swag Labs login, I can say as a user, oops, as a user, I want to, come on, I want to log in to Swag Labs application. Okay, so that I can order products. Okay, so you want to log in, but so that you can order products, right?
Okay.
Okay, then once you do this much, then you have to say, I successfully log in with valid credentials. I mean, this scenario's name is technically okay, but
Successfully logged
it's
in.
better
Okay.
if you can give more information here. Okay, so saying, I want to I want to log in into the application using successful credentials, or sorry,
Valid credentials. Valid.
use valid credentials to log into the application.
Right.
Even I am on the Swag Labs login page, I enter valid username and password, I click on the login button, I should be able to log in successfully. Right? This is pretty okay feature.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so we can start with this. Now there are two things. One is where we will pass the username and password. Username and passwords, because usually Cucumber is used for what we call as test environments, right? Then it means the username and password which you have are also belongs to test environments, that they are actually test users. And in
Right.
this case, then you can actually mention them in the feature file itself. But if you think no, hard coding that into feature file is not good, then you can keep it in the config file. Okay, but if it is more sensitive information, you don't want to keep it, then you have to have some other options for it. To keep sensitive information, you cannot store it in a file or in GitHub or in your Git repository.
Correct.
Okay, so that's the thing. So we will assume that this information is publicly known, which is also true. We know these users, so we don't have to put them into separate location. So we can actually keep it here itself. Okay.
Okay.
So I enter valid username as, I can change this as standard user. I can say standard user, and the password as secret sauce. Password as secret sauce.
Okay. Or else shall we? Okay, we can. If we are going to start with basic, then fine. Or else we can start with Excel or some other thing.
Sorry, what?
No, if you are going to maintain the data in separate Excel files, so that going forward that will be useful for us, right?
Excel files. If you ask me, in the standard.
Yeah, you said yes.
Yeah, I will never use Excel file unnecessarily.
Correct.
Because I'll tell you why. Because if you are using Cucumber, that means you are writing something which is explanatory, and everything is at a single location. So imagine I don't have it here. Imagine I don't have it here. Okay. Now, if I don't have it here, and the person who is coming and seeing my scenario and reading it will not know what username I used here. So he will have to go to Excel file, open the Excel file.
Right.
And then he have to see, oh, okay, which is an anti-pattern. If you're asking user, your user can be anyone. A user can even be the person who is reading the code which you have written. That is also your user. So if your user is reading your code and he has to jump to many places, it's a bad practice. It's a bad code written. Okay, so this is a general understanding. So Excel file, I mean, you can do whatever basically. And of course, if it's needed, then it's needed. Huh? In your case, you're a specialized case where you want to migrate the framework from a tool to a separate tool, but you don't want to change too much into the on the overall structural behavior of your existing framework, right? Yes. So in that case, maybe it makes sense for you. Okay. But yeah, I would still
because we have a lot of test data files, Akash, actually in current project. So
yeah, so I understand that part.
Yeah.
At the same time, keep this in mind. Okay, because the way QTP works and the way Selenium World works is different. A lot of things you will have to, because here things can go very complex very fast.
Okay.
Because in QTP you have a tool, you pay for that tool, so they have resolved complexity for you already, right? You can visualize things, you can manage things from the tool interface, you have a user interface, you can do things here and there, right? Yeah. In the case of Java World, there is no tool at all. Correct? There's no tool. This is just a library and that's it. Okay. Yeah. Things can go very, very complex eventually. And that's the reason I'm saying, if you do what you have done in the QTP stuff exactly the same way you will do here, things can get very complex. It will not, you will not suffer within a year for that, but maybe whoever comes later or after a year or after 6 months, I'm telling you, it can be really nightmarish, basically. But anyway, I mean, it's your choice and it's your situation which you know better. So I can only pass suggestions, but I cannot pass judgments on it, huh? So
Yeah,
you
I understand. No
ultimately
problem.
decide how you want to do it. So
Okay.
Excel file is also one of the option, yes. Then second option is directly putting here in the statement, and the third option is you can put that here like this. So username and password, and you can do like this.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
I enter valid username as see, it knew that I have typed it, so he just
That's why I do that.
it remembers everything.
Yes.
Yeah,
That's
so,
why I said wow.
yeah. So you have username, you have password, okay, and then you can put it like this, okay. Second thing you can do also here is make it data driven. Okay, so this is a concept in Cucumber where you can use the same test case but with multiple data. That we can do, let's say, from here. Okay, we can say successful
Okay.
login with valid credentials. Now we are saying I should not be able to log in with invalid credentials. Okay. Now I say I'm on the Swag Labs login page. I enter valid username. Okay, I enter invalid. Okay, invalid username and password. So I will not put it here. And then what I'll do is I can keep it like this. I click on login button. I should be okay. The login, then login. Okay, what the hell?
It's already there. I click on the login button. I should see the error message.
Where do you see that?
It
I
came.
should see an error message. Okay. Now, what is the error message is something I can mention here. Okay,
Correct.
whatever error message is. But then I can do extra, because if I want to test all these users, right? Standard user is okay, but logged out user, problem user, performance glitch user, error user, visual user, whatever, right? There can be 3-4 different kinds of user I can try here. Then I have to all try all that. I will have to do what? I will have to write this test case again and again. So I better use examples. Okay. Now, examples are the way by which I can use this kind of thing. So I have to say scenario outline here. And now I can iterate this basically. Okay. Now, if you do this in Excel file, you will not be able to, because then Excel file, you have to feed Excel file inside the scenario, and then you have to manually iterate it somehow. You have to do something inside so that Excel can be iterated. Here, scenario outline can iterate the information for you. The same steps, but with different data. So I can then put here like this. I can say whatever combination. So that means every time I'm writing a statement here, it will be executed the same test case. So this is basically saying I have written 4 test cases.
Correct.
Okay. Now, but I have to do something. I think I have to parameterize it in a way which I forgot. Huh? What a minute. Scenario outline.
So what's your idea?
No, because this information has to be fed here. No.
Yeah.
We cannot hard code this here. This information should come from here. So I'm trying to put that feed here.
I think we need to give username, password in brackets. Curved brackets.
Huh?
Not here. Not here. In the when I enter invalid username and password.
I enter
invalid. Yeah. Here username, we should keep username in brackets. Not like that. Yeah. No, what this one's shift comma in the keyboard.
Actually, we have to do 2 things here. Now, one is because we are taking this information from here. Okay, one thing is this, and second is it has to be taken directly from here. And I'm missing some. I forgot few of the things here. So I'm right now doing a Google here. Huh? But just 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, so I just did a Google, huh? So we do here and we say password. Oops. Password. Okay, so now it will be picked from here, will be sent inside, and this will be a map, basically a data table, which we actually also did in one of your example, right? We sent this as a data table.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
So let's just quickly generate our step definition files. So I go to runner, run test, and this time I just want to run the, so dry run, I say true. I don't want to run the actual scenario. Okay, and then I will just go here.
So we need to put only dry run when true, only to generate the step definition steps, or what?
Yes, mostly the step definition step, just to make sure that you
Okay.
are not missing any step definition files, just for that purpose. Okay,
Okay.
so I am having something being generated here.
Oh, through error.
No, but runtime error set test case passed. What the hell? It's coming from. Wait, let me put this into my bigger screen. It's a smaller screen which I have sharing. Okay, screen to share. Now it's a bigger screen. Okay, so the error is runtime test case runner run scenario times. Very weird. I don't know what this is. Test result, test case passed, test case result, run scenario. Okay, God knows, only God can tell what this is. Okay, never mind. But what we wanted is that we wanted this to be generated, so that we got already. So I copy this, and I go to my step defs. Step defs, as also I can do the same thing. I can divide this into folders. So I can say
Swag Labs.
Swag Labs, and here I can go create a new file, or I can simply say step defs, or let's say
Labs.
Swag Labs. So I mean, you can give whatever you want.
Right.
I can keep everything a single step definition, but I can also classify it like what kind of step defs I have here. I'm saying login. I only will keep login step defs in this, and I will not keep the others. So that we also can divide. So I will keep it here. Okay, so I have Swag Labs, invalid username and password, login, and error message. Okay, what are the others which it generated? I am on the Swag login page, invalid username and password. I have it.
Now there is two features, right? So that's why it got generated.
Two scenarios it had, right? But it has the same. I don't know why it ran twice. I don't know. Something not right, but okay, we'll figure out later. Okay, but still, if I go back here, and now in the front test, I can have my multiple runners also, by the way. Okay, if I don't want to do too many things at the same place, I can have multiple runners also. Fine.
Okay. So then, then how can we run particular runner?
You have to configure a lot of things at the POM. So in the POM file, you can do few things. Okay, let's create new runner then, just to demonstrate that part. So I go here, I go to runner, and this runner is Swag Labs.
Okay.
Run test.
Yeah.
or run test Swag Labs. Okay, and here I only want to run Swag Labs. So I simply say run only the Swag Labs. Features present inside Swag Labs.
Right. Okay.
And the step defs for this has to be inside step defs dot Swag Labs. So all the step definition which is present inside this folder will be taken into account to find
Okay.
the values. Okay. Now copy, and class name also has to be same. So I just do this.
Okay. Hmm.
Okay. Now if I want to run it, now let's see what happens. Okay. So if I say Maven clean test,
We didn't pass any runner here, right?
right, we did not do anything. So that's what we will have to do right now. It's running, but it's running only the feature files which it found here. This one, it's what is running right now. I can see on my other screen that it is running
Okay.
the Selenium, these many tests basically. Let's see what it
Okay.
runs. So I'm here. Yeah, it ran only those many. Okay. Now, now what we want to do is we want to make sure that I am able to run or configure my Maven to run this also, run test Swag Labs also. Okay. Right
Okay.
now, somehow I did not do it. So what happens in POM file, you have a plugin called as, which is right now you're not able to see, but there
Okay.
is a plugin which is responsible for running your test. So Maven is not by default automatically running it. To run a test in Maven, you have a plugin called as Surefire.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Now I'll
Okay.
show you where it is. For that, I need to open the VS Code effective POM file. Can I see can I see the POM file, which is an effective POM file? And then report delete open the select for compare reload Maven show effective POM. Okay, so if I go to show effective POM, I get something like this. So this is a concept. This is a concept in Maven basically. Okay,
Okay.
and this concept is that whenever you write your POM file, which always look like this.
Okay.
This is not what it runs. What happens is Maven has its own POM file, and it merges that POM file with your POM file.
Okay.
Does a merge, and then effective POM file is what gets executed. Okay, so your POM file just have what dependencies. You want to right click and click on Maven effective POM. If you are using IntelliJ, then there also you will see something similar, effective POM.
Okay.
And this is the effective POM. This is a merge of what you have written. So you have written this, right? All that
Right.
in our POM file. But then it has also done this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and at the end you will see something called as plugin management. So plugins are also added. Plugins are the reusable code which Maven has, which gets executed at different phases.
Okay.
Maven, you have phases. Maven clean, clean is a life cycle. Test, compile, verify, all those things are called as phases. There are 24 phases. And what happened is you have okay, in our context, Surefire plugin is what is important. So Surefire plugin is a plugin which actually is executing your test case. If it is not there, then the test will not be executed. So what we have to do is we have to bring it from here to our POM file to do the configuration, so that it now runs your
so whatever we are mentioned in this POM.xml, it will take count. I mean, it will take these options only with that. Okay. Whatever we did not mention,
it will override basically. Yes, it will. If you don't mention anything, it will take its own. If you write the same thing here, it will override the other one.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the reason we are putting it here like this.
Oh, nice.
Plugins, plugin like this. Okay, now once you do this, then here you get the option for configuration. Okay, so in the executions, I can mention some configuration also. And in the configuration, I can mention, I don't want to mention suit. What was the name? I forgot the configuration setting. It was runner test or something. Runner, run order, data provider, thread count. So you see now how many parallel execution you want to do can also mention like this here. Okay, so
That means
here if I go here, when I say true, it will run by default 10 scenarios in parallel.
10 scenarios. Okay.
By default, 10 test cases will execute it in parallel automatically.
Okay.
Okay, but you want to control it. You want to say, no, I only want to run 5 test cases in parallel, or I want to run 20 test cases in parallel. Then you have an option to configure it from here. So when you say data provider thread count, you can say 20, and then it will then run 20 test cases in parallel.
Oh, okay.
Okay, something like
So
that.
by default, it will run 10
By
features.
default, it runs 10. Yes, by default, it runs 10 test cases in parallel. Right now, it only runs 5 because we have just 5 test cases. So it can only run what it has. Right. Let me show you the documentation also quickly so that you know what I'm talking about. So Maven Surefire plugin, inclusion and exclusions of the test case. What you have to do is in the configuration segment. Okay, so first a few basic things. How does it know what to run? So how Maven knows what class it has to run? So if your class file, which is a runner file, has names like test, TEST, then it automatically finds it. The moment you have just test, TEST test, it will find it. If let's say you give some weird name here, it doesn't have test, then Maven will not automatically pick it up. Okay, so by default, this is what it uses to run your test case. Okay, but if you want to include or exclude, then you can also do that from configurations like this, includes like this. So that is what I was trying to do here. I go to pom.xml. Here I've written data provided in the configuration, fine, but I can also say include. This is what I was forgetting basically. Okay, so I say include, and in the include, I can mention, oh, sorry. Include, I have to close includes. So now here I can mention the runner which I want to run. So I can copy this and I can paste it here. This means run in any directory, find the file in all the directory which you have inside. Okay, this double star means find it wherever you can find it. This means it can have anything in the beginning or end, doesn't matter.
Okay.
And the reason it wasn't picked up is because it was supposed to, because it has to follow this pattern by default. So either test, it starts with the name as test, or it ends with the name as test, or it ends with the name as tests, or it ends with the name of test case. Only then it will be executed by default. Now for this was executed because ending was test, but here neither end nor start was test, so it wasn't executed. And now I can explicitly say no, please run this also. Oops.
Okay.
I'm saying run test, so I left specifically that please run this.
Okay, and one question here. Is it parameterizable or I mean?
Yes, you can pass this from command line. Huh?
Okay, because now and sometimes, so if we are going to give like this way hard coding, I mean every time it is going to run this only, right?
So nothing is hard coded in here. Okay, so you can customize everything. Okay, so whenever you feel, hey, this is hard coded, there is always a way to make it parameterizable. What you can do here is you can parameterize this as a value which you can pass from command line.
Right. Okay.
So you can say something at the top saying properties runner file. Okay.
Properties,
Here you can
okay.
mention like this, and this you can pass from the command line, then this will be overridden. So now instead of saying runner file here, I will mention it like this.
Okay. So in that case, we can maintain only one runner file as well.
Yes, you can maintain one or you can maintain many. It doesn't matter. If you want to keep just one runner file, then you have to say you have to send Cucumber options. Cucumber options, right? So you have to say Cucumber options dot feature or dot glue or dot tags. Usually, to control what you want to run, it's the always the good option is that you control it with tags.
Yeah,
Okay, because
easy
if
way.
you're if
Yeah.
your feature if you just one runner, keep just one runner. So good thing is to reduce the complexity of maintaining a lot of runners is that you tag your features file correctly. If you tag your feature files correctly, then you can control all your execution flow by just the tags, which you can pass from the runtime.
Right.
The
Okay.
reason I'm telling you this is because I want to show you if you have multiple runners, then how you can do it in the pom.file and all those things. It doesn't necessarily mean that this is the right way.
Okay. Yeah. Convinced. Yeah.
Okay, so I just told you like this is how you can do, and you can customize it like this, but let's not use it because I think it will confuse you and you will say, hey, is this the right way to do? It is
Right.
not the right way to do. My personal experience says keep just one runner, control everything from the command line using Cucumber options tags. So you can say something like Maven clean test -d cucumber dot options dot tags equal to run @ swag labs test cases. Then it will only run test case which is swag labs.
Correct.
Okay, so just one runner, but still it will only run swag labs. Okay, so this is the right way basically. If you want to know what is the right way, this is the right way. Having multiple runners is not the right way. So I think I'll not focus too much on that. So I will still keep this so that you know about it, and I will replace it with run test. And the swag labs, I don't want to have another runner file. Move to trash. I'll go to run test. All feature file will be taken into account. All step definition will be taken into account. Fine. But the tags is what I need to do. So I go to swag labs. I say these test cases belongs to swag labs. And in Google, this feature belongs to Google. And that's about it. And when I want to run only the swag labs, I will go here and say @swag labs, or I can pass from here. So whenever I pass from here, it takes precedence over what you have set here. Okay. Okay, so let's keep it simple now. Run test is the only thing which I have, but it's good that I got an opportunity to explain you this part. So whenever you are struggling with test case not running, something is not running, blah, 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 whatever, you go here and check what's wrong. You first try to see what's there, and then you try to find out what's not working. Okay. So this is called as Maven Surefire. By the way, there is one more plugin because I am on this topic. It's better I explain that. So there are actually in in Maven, there are two plugins which are responsible for running the test cases. One is the Surefire plugin, and there is a second one called as Failsafe. Maven Failsafe. Okay. So one is Surefire, which is this one. Second is Maven Failsafe. They both run in different phases of Maven. So in Maven, you have multiple phases. It goes in sequence. Okay. Do you know what Maven phases are, Satya?
No.
Okay, let's quickly go through it.
Maven phases. Okay.
So
life cycle. Okay.
In Maven, we have life cycle, and in life cycle is composed of multiple phases, right? So validate, compile, test, package, verify, install, deploy. They run in sequence. Okay, so first, when you say Maven clean test, for example, before this test, when you say Maven clean test, this is what executes, right?
Right.
But when you say Maven clean test, it also first executes, validate, and compile. Okay, it's not that when you say Maven clean test, it only runs this. No, it runs this first and then it runs this first. When you say
Okay.
Maven clean install, then it's not only the install which is running. Maven then first start with validate, then do compile, then do test, then do package, then do verify, then do install.
Okay. This is the order of this.
Huh?
Order of the phase.
Order
of
of the
life cycle.
phases. So
Okay.
when you say Maven clean test, Maven clean test. Okay, so when you do that, it will first do this, then this, then this, then test resource, then test compile, then default test. They all are what? They all are phases, different phases. Okay.
Okay.
I can even say install. So when I say install, it will first do resource, compile. You see test resource, test compile, and it found the test. So now it's running the test.
Okay. And one more thing, Akash. Sometimes I saw that error like Maven cycle should define Maven cycle. You should define Maven cycle first. Kind of error message I saw.
I don't know. It can come from
When I debug or sometimes when I try to
next time you
debug kind
see
of
it,
thing.
you send it to me, then I can have.
Okay.
Okay, but the principle is the same. If you say clean install, it will first run test, package, verify, install, and then deploy. This is a
Okay.
sequence. This is just few of the things are mentioned. There are 24 in total. There are 24
phases.
phases, yes.
Oh,
in
okay.
total, which happens in sequence. Okay, this is what happens, right? Validate, initialize, generate sources, process sources, generate resources, so process resource, compile, blah blah blah, and then comes the test. So when your test happens, all this gets executed first.
Oh, okay.
When you say verify, all this gets executed first. Okay, so why I'm telling you all this is because I want to tell you when surefire will be executed and when failsafe will be executed. Failsafe gets executed in these phases: pre-integration test and verify. So when you say Maven clean verify, that is failsafe will run here, and surefire runs here. Okay, so you can use surefire or you can use failsafe for execution of your test cases.
Okay.
Fine. If you are confused about it, forget about failsafe. Just use Maven clean test, which is surefire.
Okay.
To start,
so if I want to use this failsafe,
Mhm.
so how can we add that in the pom.xml?
So you have to, again, same way, right? You go to pom.xml file and then you are
Another build or okay. Another
you have
plugin.
You can add a plugin, right? So you can say plugin, and then you can mention artifact ID.
Okay. Got it.
Maven failsafe fail. I don't know. You can find it from here. About some, oops, sorry. Failsafe, goals overview. Why it's not giving me the example? Use just ng. Like this, huh? So you have to copy this.
Okay.
And you have to paste it here. Like this.
This is the failsafe. Okay. Maven failsafe.
Okay. So it's okay for you if you're like have some confusion, but use surefire rules. And the reason I told you is that because it's important that you know this.
Right. Okay.
So these are the two ways of how Maven executes your test cases. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, now I come back here and go to login Swag Labs and let's start our test case then. Okay. So I'm a web Swag Labs login page. I have a step definition file. Okay, and let's start from here itself. So I say my web driver, the driver, and then I have to initialize it, right? So I am on a web driver Swag Labs login page. So I don't necessarily have to write that I am opening a browser.
Mm.
So
Ah,
no
it is
point
not
of
there, no?
literally saying that. So I can either
Okay.
say that in the background,
Mm.
either I can say I open the browser, given I have browser opened. Either I can say this, okay, or don't necessarily have to say this because it's implicit that before I run a scenario, I need to open a browser, no?
Okay.
So it's
Yeah.
better I put that somewhere in the hooks inside itself, okay? So I can
Okay.
say at the rate before.
Hooks concept will come into the picture.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
this is what actually I'm expecting. This kind of upgradation for basic
yeah,
to advanced. Yeah.
yeah. So I say driver equal to new browser manager dot get driver. This is coming from our core managers browser manager, right? So from browser manager, I need to decide what browser I want to run, right? So I
Right.
say, and then this will return me the necessary driver. And I'm now right now saying in my okay, I don't want to say new. I want to say again. Let me write it again. Browser manager dot get browser, and then the value is Chrome. Okay, so I want to run this in Chrome. If I don't want to run this in Chrome, I want to send it from command line, then you can do that also. Okay.
Correct.
I
Okay.
think we developed it, right? A small method to take values from properties. Okay, no, it's not here, but it's okay. Let me go back to my login page. So here you can choose if there is a value from system, I think I wrote that logic here. That's the one.
This one.
This one, right? So I just copy this, the whole thing, and I paste it here. Right now you may say, hey, we are duplicating the code, but we will customize, we'll modernize this framework more and more, and we will make it at a center place eventually, so that you don't have to do this again and again in multiple class files.
Okay.
And that's where we need to bring in the concept of Pico container and all those things, sharing state and this and that. But we'll see. So I'm here. Okay, then command line argument, system get property, browser. Okay, if it is Chrome, then use Chrome, otherwise use something else. So that my test never fails. It's always good to provide a default value. Another concept and a general best practice is don't unnecessarily throw the error to the users. Rather, give something which is a default value and print that.
Okay.
I'm using this default value. If I don't do this, then it will fail if you don't giving it the browser name. And if you really want this to be failed, fine. But when you are doing this in a CI pipeline and somehow some mistakes is happening, then your test will unnecessarily fail. So default value is always a good idea. That's the take from this. So I have driver browser manager, get driver browser manager, then I go here and then I'm on the page, right? So once I'm on the page, okay, once I'm on the page, okay, let's make it a bit more structured. So I say string browser name here. Oh, I think it's an overkill. Let's keep it like this. Here I am on the Swag Labs login page. You can put in some sort of assertion here, okay? Because here I'm simply saying the browser is opened in the setup, but here I want to be on the Swag Labs login page. So I want to make sure that I am on that page. And if I'm not on that page, that means it's something wrong, right? So I do some sort of assertions directly here itself. I say assertion, assert that actual value is driver dot get title. Maybe I can check it from the title. Get title is equal to, what is the title for Swag Labs? Title for Swag Labs. where is the Swag Labs? Here. Okay. Let me bring it here. Title for Swag Labs is actually Swag Labs. Fine. So this should be Swag Labs. Okay. So my given is done.
Okay.
Then I enter invalid username. I enter. Okay, it did not generated the true case, huh? I enter valid username, it did not generate it actually. I should be login also did not generate it. So we'll just manually put it. Login Swag Labs. When I enter login username, then public void I enter valid username and password. Okay, then okay, I need to put something here also, which is fine. I'll do that later.
Akash, for password related things, shall we implement this one encoding kind of thing? Encryption.
See,
Encryption or
encryption
encoding.
is not that easy, and
Encoding.
encoding is easy. Okay, I'll
Yeah.
tell you the encoding part.
Yeah, actually I need to implement that.
Yeah, so I click on here. Then let's try that also successfully. I should be.
It's auto generated, right?
Yeah, but I am just manually doing this. It's auto
Okay,
generated.
we can change the method name as per our wish, but
Yeah, whatever you can do. I can simply say should be logged in. That's it.
okay.
Method name doesn't matter here at all. What
No,
matters is
no.
here.
We generated, right? The step definitions.
Yeah, and we generated it, but what happened is it did not somehow generate this and this. Okay, you see there were some errors.
Right. Yeah, underline errors.
Yeah, something was there wrong, so it did not generate this. So I manually generated it. I manually wrote it.
Oh, okay.
I manually wrote it here.
Okay, the above line is at the rate, then that is important.
That is important. Method name is not important. I can even
that and feature step should be same. Okay.
No, sorry, what?
No, at the rate when I enter valid username and password is there,
Yeah,
right?
this is important.
Yeah, this and then feature file step should be same.
Yeah, this and this should be same. Yes, so this one and the feature file step should be same. Otherwise, it will not be able to match, right?
Right.
We want this to be matched. Otherwise, it will not be matched. So that's the thing.
Correct. Got it.
Okay, still it's not showing, but it's actually fixed. Fine. So then I come here. When I enter valid username and password. Now valid username and password are being sent like this, basically. Okay, it's a data table. Okay, so I can do like this here also. And I can use an automatic transformation. So this is a map. Can I say it's a map, list of map or map? I can simply say map of keyword and value, key and value, right? So I can say, instead of this, you can say map of string of string. Let's see. Data. Okay. And I can use log4j at the top, log4j2, and I can have my log statement. So this I'm using from Lombok. So all these annotations called as log4j2, etc., are coming from a library which I've used called as Lombok, right? This is used to reduce the boilerplate code. It can generate your logger statements. It can generate constructors. It can generate builders for you. It can do a lot of such things. We can see later, but right now I'm using it for logging statement. So I come here. Where it go? I should be able to log in, I enter username and password. And here I just want to print the statement log dot info data dot to string. Just want to see whether it is printing it or not. Huh?
Okay.
Okay. Okay, but I don't have a log4j file in my resources. So I need to have a log4j file in my resources. Huh? A minute.
I think we were added that log4j.
Sorry, what?
No, last time we were added that log4j.
No, I don't see it here. No, there has to be a file called as log4j2.xml file here. I don't have it here.
Okay.
That we did not add. Let me copy it from somewhere. Do I have it here somewhere? Maybe here. Yeah, this file I need. This is a file which I need. So I'll copy it from here and paste it here. Oh, I don't have it. So I say log4j2.xml and I will copy the content, paste it here. Okay, rolling update file, rolling update while I don't need this. Okay, so now let me see what's happening. Let's see if it is running. Log4j2, I have my feature file. My runner is Swag Labs, and then my feature is Swag Labs login. Maven clean test. Okay, it opened the browser on my other screen and it failed. Fine. Let's see what's wrong. So I come here, but was Swag Labs, but was this? Okay, it happened because it navigated on, it did not navigate because I did not pass the username, right? Okay, so I need to pass the username. So I am on here and then I am login page here. And then I have to pass the username. Now username I can fetch from my config.properties, right? So I can say environment as this, browser as Chrome, URL, I can say URL dot swaglabs is equal to, is it source demo? Yeah. Source demo. Okay, I remove this for now. And then I can, or I can say like swaglabs dot URL. Okay. Then if I'm here, then I need to fetch it from somewhere, right? And that somewhere is using read properties. Correct. So once I say read properties, it will read the properties for me.
Right.
But then I can also say something like this. So I create a public method. Here we go. Sometimes I don't want this to generate anything and it generates. Public, it's too ambitious. So a public void.
But we should take positive only.
Yeah. Get property. Okay. So I say string key and this should return me. Sometimes it really goes crazy. Huh?
Yeah.
So I can use properties at properties.this config properties. Okay, like this. And then log.debug fine. And then I want to return the properties.add get key. Okay, and then here is string. Okay, and I can say static also now. Static. Read properties. What's wrong with RAR? Fine. Okay, so I am simply saying get property and it should give me the value. Okay, so I go use this method directly in my here, and I'm on the Swag
Password.
logs login page. For that, I need to have driver.get. Then the property should be from get. Oops, sorry. It has to be utils, utils.new utils, utils.get property. And this I can place at the top. Import from here and utils.get property from here. And here I can say my config.properties as swaglabs.url, which is in the config file. Okay, so now it should be able to navigate. Okay, let me share my actual screen because then you can see what's happening there. Share. And I will move this also here. So now okay, run again. Okay, so it's opening and I have seen, you see I'm generating these debug statements with the timestamp and everything. Okay, why I have so many? Oh my god, it opened so many browsers, huh? Oh my god, what happened? Okay, why? Okay, I got it. Because we have lot many test cases here, no? We have have one, we have 4 plus 5 test cases. Basically, it ran all the 5 test cases.
Oh,
And
nice.
all those things. And I did not close it, so I now have to manually close it. Oh god, close, 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 close. Okay. Fine. So now my code is working. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's make it better. So now I am here, driver.get, I enter valid username and password. For that, I need to create my page object model file. So I go here, we'll go and add this into Swag Labs package. I right click, new file, and I say login page objects dot Java. Okay, and here I can start with my, what is the URL? Sauce Labs, huh?
Sauce Labs.
So I sauce demo, and here I say inspect. I can pick up, what can I pick up here?
ID is there.
ID, yeah, which is good. ID. Yeah. So I'll just use ID. So now last time, if you remember, we saw implementation of landing page, right? This is a page object model way of how you can do page object model. One of the variant of page object model, which is very vanilla page object model file. Today let's try to do with the page factory pattern.
Okay.
This is not page factory. Page factory is a pattern which is directly given to you by Selenium itself. It comes from the Selenium. Okay, this one is not coming from Selenium. This is like you have structured it. You have used the by and just wrote the method using driver.find element. But if you use the Selenium way of doing it, then you can do it using something called as page factory. Okay, let's do that then. So I come here in the page factory. The first concept is always the same in the page object model, no matter what variant you are using. That is, you have to mention the driver first. This will always be there, okay, in any page object model file. Quick fix import. Then you have to have a constructor. The constructor needs to take the driver. Okay, so these two things has to be there, and that's what you would also see. You will see that here also in the landing page of the Google. Correct. Okay. Okay, now next thing which you would do is you will have to, okay, 1 minute, let me go here. And let's try to see this one first. Now this is what you do, right? You buy username buy.id. Okay. Where the hell are all of it? Let me close all this. I'm confused. Yeah, this is it. So you have user.name and then you have user.password.
Password.
Get the password. So user.name and then the password is this. So when you do this, it is a page object model, vanilla page object model file. But this is not that efficient. So Selenium gives you a way of implementing the same thing, but using something called as page factory. In page factory, what you do is you don't define the objects like this. How you define it is using something called as web element. So you will define it as a web element. You say username. And on top, you will write @find by. So these are the annotations given to you by Selenium itself, called as find by, and you mention the ID like this. Okay. And you will not do this, you will just do this. You will not do this one. Okay, same way, password. You say passwords. So I say password here. And I say password. I'll remove this. Okay. And to make this work, you need one more extra step, which is not there here. Huh? In the landing page, it's not there. In the landing page, you just have to define this. This is plain vanilla page object model file. This, and then you just simply defining a constructor, and then you're using driver.find element, and then blah blah, all the things.
Correct.
The by part. Here you will have do this exactly this, but a bit differently using find by annotation. But then you have to have an extra step here called as page factory dot init elements. So this is an extra step which you need to put here.
Okay.
This page factory class is coming from, if you can see, from Selenium itself. Okay, so once you do this, you're good to go. Then you can have your public void enter username. You can say what username you want to enter, username. And here you can say username.sendKeys. Because username is your web element itself.
Okay.
So you're not saying driver.findElement.by at all here. You see that you will not find any statement driver.findBy.
Right.
Okay, you simply say username.sendKeys u. Then you can say the enter password, and password will be entered like this. Okay, and then rest of the things will still remain the same.
Okay.
And then you will write the methods directly like this. And then of course you have to click on a button. So you have to click on a button login. Login ID is login button. So I can define it like this, the same way. Login button. In the login button part, I say click dot click. And I will
no. You password. You did change the password one.
Oh my God, sorry.
Yeah.
I need to create another method.
Click button. Click login button.
Click login button. Okay, and then I can say my login button is this dot click. Okay, so now this one is done.
Parameter is not required for that.
Not required. I go back to my login page, which is here. Oh, sorry, step devs. Where is my step devs? This one. So I enter username and password. for that I will go and create a class, right? So I say I have to instantiate the class, correct? So I say login page objects is equal to new login page objects. This I have to say import, and that's it. No, I think I'm making a mistake. Not like this. So I have to say like this. Okay, because
Okay.
because this it requires it has a constructor, right? You see, it's a constructor.
Right. Right.
So I need to pass it basically when I create it,
Mm.
or I can define it here, and then in the setup itself, I can do that
Setup means
here.
okay, here.
I mean,
Okay.
there are many places.
That is before every time it is going to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can do
Correct.
it at the top, or you can do it either here, or you can even do it here, which is also okay. When I enter
Okay.
invalid username and password, okay, you can do it here. Let's say login page objects, okay, and then I can do login page dot enter username as you, login page enter password, login page dot click. Come on, dot click login button, okay, and here I can use the data to say dot get username and data dot get password, because this is what I'm sending from outside, isn't it? So I'll say password. Okay, and I can also should need to, or maybe it's okay. Now I just want to run one test case. I don't want to run all this stupid stuff, right? So what I'll do is can put some tag here. I can say maybe smoke, or I can just say T, a test tag, for example, and just want to say I only want to run test tag for now.
Okay.
And I go here and simply say T.
Okay.
And this will just run my test case. Okay, browser open. Anything login? No, because driver is null. Take screenshot, driver is null. Oh, I see, because I have in my landing page, I have a driver here. And this is also running, no, not here, sorry. In my step devs here, it has a driver, which it is trying to do stuff with. So that was the problem earlier also. So this is happening is because we have multiple step dev files and we have hooks present there. They're trying to do something like this is what it's trying to do. It is trying to quit, but this driver which is here is different than the driver which I have here. Okay. So that's the reason we need to use a better way of handling these things.
Driver, right?
Yeah, we are not right now properly handling the hooks. We are not right now properly handling the driver. A lot of things which we are not doing right way, and that is why it's causing the problem. So instead of fixing it like this, I'm thinking, can we introduce Pico container now? Because before I fix it, or maybe I just comment it for now, because this is what is giving the error for me.
So the same topics we can implement for TestNG without Cucumber as well, right?
Yeah, there's no difference.
Okay.
And inside it's all same. Cucumber is just mapping of feature files with the
Feature file to step devs. Okay.
Yeah, that's all it does. Otherwise, everything is still the same. Pico container, all those things are Cucumber specific topic. It's not for this.
Oh,
After
is it?
each step, yeah, they are different. After each step also is there. Huh? Wait. After each step. Oh, here. I don't want this also. Password. What the hell? It put something, but it put password there. Enter username is username, password is password. Where is our feature file? Standard. Oh, so all of this is taken into not good. Let me change it back to data file itself. I'm using it as a data. Let's see what data is returning me. Satya, you see how much trouble.
Yeah.
So as I said, it's not that very straightforward. So if you're taking you're taking more time to learn this, it is okay, because
Right.
it's not like super straightforward. Why? Okay. Fine. Now it is returning username equal to password. Standard username equal to username is equal to password.
Standard user.
Okay, it is
Why it
taking
is
as
taking?
a whole. No, okay, wait. Where is my feature file? Swag Labs. Basically, I'm reading this as a into the into a map. Basically, automatic transformation happening. So it is converting it like this. Username is equal to password. Standard user is equal to secret. That's how it is converting.
Right. Okay.
Username is equal to password. Standard equal to secret. I don't want it. I want username to be mapped to standard user. Password to be mapped to secret sauce. Okay.
Yeah. In that case, Akash, I think we need to add this one. Eighth line.
Hmm.
Username we should keep in brackets, curve brackets.
Username in the curve brackets.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not that one. No,
Like
not
this?
this. No. Triangle shape will come, right?
Like this, right?
Yeah. Angle brackets.
Okay, no, I don't think so, because this one you do only when you are doing this.
Examples. Okay.
Here, I am taking it as a transformation. So I am taking the whole set of information directly in the step. So here you don't have to do that. And data is also being fetched, right? You see the data is getting fetched,
Right.
but the mapping is wrong. So the mapping I can manage from directly here. Okay. So if I go back here, see, these are the automatic transformation. So what Cucumber does is either you can capture the information into data table,
Okay.
okay, or it says if you are sure, then you can, instead of transforming into data table, you can automatically transform into some existing Java data structures. It can be list of elements, it can be list of elements, it can be list of map, it can be map. I use map, but it did not give me the right structure basically with the map.
Right.
So I'm thinking what I can use here instead of data table, which can give me the right structure. A list or list of map. Can it give me a list of map? A list of map is one list is this. Let's see if I say list of map. I mean, the easiest way to do is I can just do this.
Okay.
Okay, if I'm confused, if you're confused, then just do this. Otherwise, I can automatically transform it. So if I say list of map of string, oops, sorry. list of map of string of data. Okay, then it should be dot get of 0 and dot get of 0 because I'm thinking it's just one row. If it doesn't work this time also, then I don't want to put more brains to it. I just use data table. Let's see.
Okay.
Username is equal to standard user. Username is equal to standard. Now it's fine. You see?
Right. It come. Yeah.
Standard. Okay. So I use list of maps. So what it is, how it is automatically transforming is, it is transforming
List of
like this. So list of lot of values. And these will be the headers first will be taken as a keys.
List. Okay.
Okay. So I go back here now, enter username. Now why it failed, by the way? Did it enter the username password? No. It failed now. I click on the login button, which is fine. But
button is not identified or what? Then username and password also didn't enter.
Yeah, it did not enter, no? I want to at least make one test case working today. So I go here, Maven clean test. I want to see it again. So I say Maven clean test. It's working, no?
No, come. Yeah.
It's working, man, because it's opened this page.
But login page, another, is that another browser or what? No, last time login page also displayed, right?
No, because I had some other browsers open previous.
Okay. Fine. That's what.
Working, working. Okay, so it's working. I need to implement this. I should be logged in successfully. For successfully logged in, what can I do? I can
products list is there, right?
I have some product list coming up.
No. This products tag, you can, title.
I can say inventory container is displayed. I can say inventory container is displayed, right?
Okay.
The whole thing I can check. No, I can say inventory container is displayed.
Okay.
So should be logged in. I say, okay. Now that
page objects.
Yeah, I have two options. Either I use this or I can create a separate page object. Okay. So I can create a second page object. I say landing page dot Java. Here the same pattern. Okay. Same pattern.
You added this in different. You need to landing page in page objects. Okay, methods you are writing. Huh? Okay.
No. You're right. So I need to move this into the login page here. And I will copy the whole thing so that I don't have to write again. Paste. So I have a driver and then inventory container is this products list, products list. I have a dirty landing page. Then landing page is this, and then I just simply say public is product list displayed. I don't want to say a void, or maybe I can simply say as boolean, and product is displayed or product list is not displayed. Okay. Then I can go back to my step definition files.
So this is must, right, for each and every page objects?
Yes. You have to divide your pages into, you have to divide all your pages into different page object model files.
Okay, no, I'm talking about this one. 14 to 17 line is there, right?
14 to 17. Yeah, this is important.
Okay. After all pages.
This is important. This is important here also. If you see, you have to have a constructor where you want to pass a driver. The extra step in page object model is that you are having page factory.init element step also. Okay. So this is important. So next is I go back to my step definition file, which is here. Here itself. Okay.
Yeah.
and then I say
Should be
should
logged
be logged in. Now what I can do is I can again do the same thing. So I will define
landing page.
so I'll say landing page, and in the landing page, let's say I declare it here, new landing page driver, and I can do an assertion of, is it the right product header? No, anyway. So I say expectation is that my landing page dot landing page dot, it's not coming up.
Yeah.
Landing page, I have it.
Is product list displayed? Will come.
Okay. Landing page
Dot is
it's not coming. Why? Wait. Landing page. I have landing page here. Public boolean is product list is displayed. Then I am here. Landing page.
Now come.
No, it's not that one. Click button. Why click button is coming? Why is click button coming? Okay, very strange. Is equal to new landing page. What class it's going? Oh,
Why it is went there?
because I have two landing pages here.
Okay.
Okay. So you see why
okay.
naming is important, huh?
Right.
It's a Google landing page.
Okay.
Swag Labs landing page. I think I should be able to distinguish it better because here when I imported it, it imported this one. It should be importing the Swag Labs basically.
Right.
That I did not notice.
Swag lags, correct.
Then now it should work. So when something very weird happens, means you have made some mistake somewhere. Some mistake.
Correct.
Is equal to true. So I want this to be returned as a true. Okay.
Right. Okay.
Something like this. Okay, and then once you have it, then I want to put some, I think it's okay. And then I will run it again. Maven clean test. Everything failed. Okay, because I changed many things. No. Google landing page. Utils.
Yes.
No, I modified this thing. No, so something broke. Because I changed the class name, maybe it did not got reflected somewhere else. Oh God, if I change it back, okay. It worked, huh? So I changed something here and then it did not got reflected at some other place and then it was failing. Now it's again failing. Why? To do implementation. Okay, login. Did it login? Info lab username, which is, I click on the login button. Okay, sorry. I click on the login button. Oh, wait. So I am here This is my page objects. This is my login page. So I enter value username and password. I wanted to log in somewhere else basically. Okay. So I need to move this from here. Maybe I can do this here itself. Can I not do it here? Wait. Very good. So it's not landing page. If I do this new login page objects and I keep a driver also here itself. Okay. And I move it from here because click button is supposed to be executed when I click on the login button here. Okay, so if I do this, okay, now login page, enter username, enter password, login page. Let's see.
Should be logged in successfully. Okay.
No. So cannot invoke find element, search context is null. That's what I worried about. Okay. So you cannot do this because driver is not yet initialized, right? Driver initialized later and the instantiation of the class happened first. So I cannot do this like this here, okay? I can only initialize it with the driver once driver is available. So I can do this in the before part here. Okay, and the landing page also here. New landing page driver.
Setup, okay.
Okay, so now I have in the setup, I am doing the initialization of the page objects also. Okay, then I had initialize it somewhere also here. I don't need this because I have done this also there. So all the initialization of the page object model, make sure you do at the top in the before or wherever, but you have to make sure that driver is initialized first.
Right, okay.
Once it is initialized, only then you can initialize your page object model files. Okay, so now if I do this again, what failed again? Expectation is true but was true. Expected is string true but was true. Login page should be logged in.
Boolean.
Yeah, it should be a Boolean value to be checked actually. But it did not log in, man. It logged in. Okay, sorry.
I think we need to add driver close as well.
Yeah, yeah. That's what is happening. If I run it again. Okay, login, done, login, done, build success, finally. Okay, so my first test case is done in 1.5 hours. Okay, so first test case is done. Okay, now the same way we can do the other test cases. Okay, so in this case, I need to make sure that I put some error messages here. Satya, I think I need to go now.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I will complete this, or you want this to be completed in front, or is it okay if I complete this and send you the code, or how do you want now?
As your wish, Akash, actually. It's, I mean, if you have...
so maybe what I will suggest is, sorry, go on.
No, if you have work, then yeah, we can wrap up now and you can implement this. I will take it from GitHub.
Okay, so I will
we'll discuss in next class about this.
Okay, fine, let's do that then. So I will not implement it then. We will do it together in the next class. Is that what you're saying?
No. I said if you want to implement, you can implement whenever you have time now, today or
Okay.
tomorrow,
Okay.
and we will discuss about this in next class.
Okay, fine. So I will just implement it then, huh?
Okay.
Okay,
As
okay.
your wish. It's I
Yeah.
mean.
So what I'll do is when I implement this, I will start recording also. So it will be recorded and I'll send you.
Okay. That will be great. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay. Thanks. Anything else?